Hola!
Good morning from sunny LA.
We are back at the beach, in the beach house, if you couldn't guess by what we have going on behind us.
Drew's surfboard is up, and then we have our new painting done by the lovely Shanna Olsen.
Mm-hmm.
Surf's up.
That's
right. What's up.
Surf's
up.
Ooh, those would have looked good behind, on the desk. I'll go the other way. Ah. All right, so who do we got coming on in here this morning? Let us know if you're watching with us live. Oh, where's the live thing? Or maybe no one's watching live.
I don't know.
Well, let us know if you're coming in and out, and we will say hi. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty excited. We got new lights.
Drew is so excited. He got lights as a Christmas present. Actually, from my mom. Because he was talking about camera lights forever. So then my mom asked, where can I get him those lights? I want to get him those for Christmas. So then she sent them here to the beach house all the way from New Brunswick. And yesterday was like Christmas morning again.
It's true.
Drew ripped open that package so quickly.
I was very excited because, well, we're always trying to improve. We always want to do better for you guys, and we want to have better quality content and video. And I feel like one of the things we were missing out on was the lights, especially in the morning. So the sun's still coming up here. It's 7 in I don't even know, would the sun be coming up in Mountain Time?
I have no idea. It's 8 o'clock there.
So
Let us know, you guys.
The sun should be coming up soon if it's not. And it's dark when we do these morning shows sometimes. So I always wanted to have lights. We have a nice camera, and we got a microphone. Mm-hmm. And now we have lights. Lights, camera,
action!
Yes, clearly I'm excited this morning. So today we are talking about why New Year's resolutions don't work.
Whoa, it always makes me a little nervous when we say that. I don't know, because I suppose it's because, that's all we talk, when New Year comes, it's like the hot topic, like, what's your New Year's resolution? What are you doing for the New Year? Da, 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 da. And it's like a big buzzword in the New Year, and we're like, we don't do that.
Yeah. I don't know if a lot of people do that. We have 8:30 a.m. Sun comes up at 8:30 in Alberta. It's kind of 7 here and the sun's coming up. So it's a bit nicer when you wake up to the sun.
Yeah.
Or you wake up and then the sun's coming up before it's like 8:30. That's one of the things we really like about here is more sunshine, especially in the morning. We have Lash Class on Instagram that said hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
And then we have, excuse you have a problem with me.
Slurping his thing. This is true.
That is not true. It's such a lie. Lash Class, let us know if we know who you are, because I'm not always sure of the names, and where you're watching from. They also said good morning. Louise said good morning. Thanks for joining us, Louise. Louise says no sun in Calgary yet.
Not yet.
And then good morning, Mom. Thanks for tuning in. She says 8:30 here. So 8:30 sunrise, I believe. I feel like people don't set New Year's resolutions anymore. So
no, you feel like it's like fading out?
I don't know. I don't ever remember people doing it.
I don't know. Maybe it comes from my teaching background, but it was always like the big buzz around school when you get back from the Christmas holidays. It was always like, what's your New Year's resolution? Do you have a New Year's resolution? What da 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 da? And we'd actually sometimes get asked by admin what our professional New Year's resolution was.
You're shaking the boat.
I'm sorry. I need somewhere to put my feet.
Oh, it's Heather. Hi, Heather from Didsbury. See that? But now I'm in Kelowna. Well, thanks for tuning in, Heather.
Yes, thank you, Heather.
Nice to have you here with us. So the screen, I need like an iPad or something. I need an iPad to. Who was I bugging the other night? Someone had this huge phone. I was like, "Is it?" Oh, Callie.
It was Callie.
She had this huge phone, and I was like, "What is that? An iPad you're carrying around as a phone?" But for Instagram, for example, like the words are that tiny, so they're super hard to read. So if we had an iPad,
so maybe your next phone will be an iPad phone. Hello, let me hold my phone.
I don't think I could carry one of those. Hi.
You need a purse. Merce.
No merce going on here. Well, let us know in the comments if you set New Year's resolutions or if you know of other people doing it.
Well, they're not going to tell us because we just said we don't believe in them.
I never said that. Did you say that? I said I don't think people set them anymore.
Okay.
I feel like we should set goals, but most people are obsessed about only setting something for New Year's.
Just because it's New Year's.
Yeah.
Right.
It's New Year's. I'm going to set New Year's resolutions. I'm going to set my goal and not really have much of a plan to do it.
I know what you mean. You just set it because it's the New Year's and that's what we should do. But there's no follow through or no action or nothing really behind it to back it up and put it into action.
That's right.
That's what you're talking about.
What did Louise say?
Louise says, I don't make New Year's resolutions. Small goals throughout the year, better for me. That is exactly what Drew and I are going for, eh? You didn't listen to a word I just said.
I'm reading Heather. Heather and I having a conversation over here.
Yeah, Drew can't do two things at once, if you haven't noticed.
What did you say?
Louise says it's better to make small goals throughout the year instead of making one goal at the beginning of the year and then that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. Louise is with us for years and as part of our monthly membership group. We talk to her every day, and that's kind of like what we preach. That's kind of how we live, is that you set small goals. You're always working towards something. You're always excited for something. And if we don't do that, I don't know how you live without goals. Like, it changes your life. Well, tell them about your goal.
My recent goal or challenge is to run for 30 days straight. So I'm the type of person, and I think a lot of us are like this. If we don't have a goal that we're working towards, then there's no driving force behind us, pushing us to do something or to be active. For example, if we're talking about exercise, I need a goal to keep me active and keep me going, because if I have no goal, then I have nothing behind me to push me. So we got to the beach and there was so much excitement. Christmas was coming up and I thought, oh my gosh, I should just make a new goal right now, right today. So my new goal was to run for 30 days straight. And normally I'm a very scheduled kind of person, especially when I run. I have my running schedule and it has distances, what distance on what day, and it has time. So in what amount of time do I have to run each run, and it's all scheduled and I track all of my stats. But this time I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to have, I suppose, the pressure of the schedule. I didn't want to be so organized. I just wanted to run. So I told myself that I just would run for 30 days with no stopping. And ironically, I forgot my watch here. So that was one of the reasons I was like, I'm not going to track my runs. I'm not going to track the distance. I'm not going to track the time. I'm not going to track the pace, incline, nothing. So I'm just running to run for 30 days straight. So every morning I wake up and it's one of the first things I do in the morning is I go for a run. And I just go for fun. There's no distance set to that or no time set to that. I just run.
But it changes. Dorothy's like, she needs goals. She knows that. She needs something to motivate her and push her to do something, whether it's being active or eating or business, whatever it is. Eating properly or eating your meals, like meal planning.
I need to meal plan.
Like, we teach what we do. Like, we teach setting goals because I'm the same way. I'm much better when I have something to work towards. And we found that with our clients and members and followers the same way. And it's just like meal planning. Like, we were here, we got here, and the first thing we did was make a meal plan. And we made a grocery shopping list, and we went to get the groceries. And Dorothy's like, I feel so much better knowing what we're going to eat throughout the week.
Yeah, well, you know what's funny is we were traveling for a few days to get down here, and of course we didn't have a meal plan at that time. We were just had a bunch of snacks in the car and just kind of grabbing what we could as we went. And then when we were getting closer to the beach, I grabbed the phone and I was like, Drew, I have to make a meal plan. So I actually made our meal plan on the phone, like on my phone in the notes in my phone, and made a grocery list from there. And after just a couple of days, I'm like, oh, I feel so much better.
It's true, but that's why we teach the way we do, because we live this lifestyle and we know the benefits of it. So Dorothy's so much more motivated and excited about life in general when you have a goal, when she's working towards a goal. So that's why we tell other people, like, we need to set goals. I want to read Heather's here.
I want to say just one more thing. You know what else about the food in having a meal plan is that you buy your groceries according to the grocery list you've made for your meal plan. And it felt so good to have a full fridge, but not just a full fridge, but all the food in the fridge I knew I was going to use. Because I think a lot of times we go to the grocery store, we fill our cart, we put it in the fridge, and then we're like, now what? What am I going to do with all this food now? But with the meal plan, you know exactly what to do with the food, and you know you're going to use it. I like that feeling.
And that's, again, that goes back to our membership group. When people talk about saving money, that's one of the first things we hear, because you're not throwing away food. You know what you're going to buy. You know what you're going to prepare. And then having a plan, so if people are asking, like kids or family members or spouses, like, what are we having? Oh, don't give me that.
Spouses. What's for dinner?
Don't. Dorothy acts like she's the only one.
Who cooks? I am.
Who cooks or buys groceries.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
That's a lie.
Okay.
We get Heather.
Let's
I want to read.
jump over to Instagram.
Oh, so Heather said, we had a couple questions here. What are you using to film now? Maybe I missed it in the make. What do we use to film? So we're on Facebook. We're on Facebook Live, and we kind of transfer that over to Instagram. So we usually only have a few people on Instagram, so we focus on Facebook because we usually have a bigger number on Facebook. So we have a DSLR Canon camera, and then that's hooked up to our Mac laptop computer. And we just got new lights we talked about earlier that we're super excited about. And then we have a little Logitech 1080p webcam as well. And so on Facebook, we can switch to different cameras, and we have much better lighting, and we have a much better camera. Did I answer that?
I think so.
So that's...
very techie.
Yeah, I'm super nerdy when it comes to this stuff.
You're nerding out.
Gets me excited. I don't know why. Gets me excited to have better quality. I think it's easy for people just to like grab a phone and be like, hey, I'm live. Nothing wrong with that, but we want to be better. We want to have better quality, better content. We always work towards better. So every time we get a chance to improve in something, it gets me excited. Heather says flossing her teeth is one of her goals. And that's a good one. Drinking more water. Making smaller goals to work out 3 times a week. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all great goals, Heather. We would recommend that you find ways to make that part of your lifestyle. So many times, you know what the thing is, like for me, the reason why I don't feel like New Year's resolution works are because they're not part of our lifestyle. So we live a certain life. The hardest thing to do is in New Year's resolutions is to set a new goal that we're never used to. Mm-hmm. Like if we're not used to setting goals, if we don't know how to set a plan or make that part of our lifestyle, we've just went through the holidays and we've had parties and we've had alcohol and we've had late nights. Excuse me. And then January 1st comes and we're like, I'm going to set a new goal. And it's so foreign to our lifestyle. It's like we live a certain lifestyle, and then we're like, we're gonna throw this in just like out of the blue.
Yeah, like an example would be if you're setting a workout goal and you say, my New Year's resolution is to work out 5 days a week, but you never worked out before, or it wasn't a part of your lifestyle before. So we would suggest to start slower, and if you want to incorporate working out or exercising on a regular basis, Well, start with one day, maybe 2 days, because it's going to be more attainable, more achievable if you've never done it before, to start slow.
That's right. So one of the things that we would recommend is starting out in your home. So start out in your home, get yourself a workout video to do at your home. You set out the same day of the week, the same time of the week. Now we can start transitioning this into a daily habit or a healthy habit. That's why we did, some of you would have followed along to our 12 days of Christmas, creating healthy habits leading up to the new year. We just finished that because we want to create healthy habits, which is much easier. We slowly build instead of being like, bam, working out every day of the week.
Because usually that lasts for about a week, maybe 2 weeks. And we see it all the time in the gym. January 1st comes, people get their gym membership, they're all excited, they're all inspired, they go the first week consistently, maybe the second week. By the third or fourth week of January, it's starting to dwindle already in the gym. But you go to the gym the first week of January, it's packed.
Every time, every year.
January.
You see all kinds of new people. They got new workout clothes, new shoes, all excited. And then they kind of wander around, try a few different pieces of machinery, and then they leave after a short amount of time. And I mean, I don't want to say there's something wrong with that. We're not there judging people, but you can tell who's new there, and then you can tell the people that disappeared, because you have the regular people that last into February.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it works every year. It's consistent. So without having that proper plan, it's very challenging to make that a reality, a lasting goal.
Yeah, and we used a workout routine as an example, but it goes for any goal that you want to set. Perhaps you wanted to do meditation or prayer every morning or read more books. Well, if you're not used to reading, or you're not used to meditating or prayer every morning, and you're like, I'm going to do that every morning. Every morning I'm going to wake up and I'm going to do that. Well, if you're not used to doing that, it's not part of your regular routine already, same thing's going to happen as the gym example.
Yeah. Heather said I got a Max Trainer from Bowflex.
Ooh.
What's a Max Trainer?
Well, one of those Bowflex machines, you know?
Yeah, I don't know what a Max Trainer is.
Oh, I just thought it was one of the name brands of their stuff.
Oh, is it? Is it the workout thing? I thought Max Trainer might have been like a trainer in part with Bowflex.
Oh, maybe.
I'm not sure. Let us know, Heather, what a Max Trainer is. Max Trainer. Oh, maybe it's the treadmill. Or the treadmill that moves up and down.
Oh.
It's like elliptical and a climber. Ah, yes. Okay, awesome. So, you know what the thing is, you asked about, or you talked about flossing. That's something that you want to do. You know what I would recommend is putting out a piece of floss with your toothbrush. Because most people brush their teeth in the evening, and then they go and then they don't really think about the floss because it's not normal for them, or it's not natural for them to go and grab floss. But if you put the piece of floss out next to your toothbrush, maybe you put it on top of your toothbrush, so you have to grab it first before you grab your toothbrush. It's a constant reminder. Because many times we do, like I do that myself, like if I have something I want to get to, and I put it in the drawer, or I put it under a book, or I don't see it constantly, then I don't get to it. But if I put something out in front of me, it's a constant reminder that that's something that I want to do.
That you have to do.
Yeah.
Just like my essential oils. I put those out for a constant reminder.
You put them everywhere. They're everywhere. In every cupboard, in every drawer. I like step on them.
Oh, that is not true. You don't step on them.
I rolled on one and fell on the ground.
Oh, he's exaggerating. That's a story.
Royals everywhere. What do we got going on here? Marcel.
Good morning.
Good morning, Marcel.
Good morning from Quinnen. He's at his mom's place, or his parents' place in Nova Scotia. Oh, Mom's watching too. Bonjour.
Should we just say his mom is French or speaks French?
Yes, Marcel's a Acadien.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Well, thanks.
How did you not know that?
You guys haven't really talked about it.
Marcel and I like to speak a little bit of Acadien. Don't we, Marcel? Maybe after a few drinks. We would never do that, though.
You guys are out of control. So, what else? So, if we could take a step back, so setting out a goal to work out, to make it part of your lifestyle, I wanted to mention that maybe you put in a certain area in your home where you're going to go and work out. So we started with stretching in the morning, like just at the same time, the same day. It's like an appointment, and that's how we can develop habits by setting the same day, the same time, and continually doing that over and over again. And I don't mean every single day to get started. Like we said, maybe it's a couple times a week. I'm not sure if once a week is going to do much for you. Maybe it's a couple times a week, then maybe it's 3 or 4 times a week. However that is, you start off with something small, and so maybe if you're going to the gym, you can just do cardio. But I also think that if you get involved in a fitness class, that can make a big difference, especially because a lot of times people show up at a gym and they're confused. It's so foreign. They're in a different environment. They feel like everyone's staring at them, which isn't the case at all. And then that's why people go away, because they're not sure what to do, and they just like, oh, I'm not going to do that anymore. It's not very enjoyable. But if you find a trainer or a fitness instructor that you really enjoy, if you find some class members you can talk to before or after class, or during, if you're Dorothy, then you can then you can enjoy the atmosphere a bit more. If you're not used to showing up at a gym, for example, and being like, I have no idea where to go or where to start.
And if you're not used to fitness classes, if you've never been to one before, or if it's been quite a long time since you've been to one and you're nervous, that's okay. Everybody is nervous. It's normal. Even people who are experienced get nervous before a fitness class. And don't worry about, I know one of the number one worries or concerns is, I'm going to be the worst one in the class. Everyone's going to be watching me. But it's not true. Everybody is so worried about themselves that they have no idea what you're doing. Honestly. It happens so many times. Nobody's going to be looking at you because they're going to be so concerned about themselves and what they're doing.
That's right. And everyone thinks that everyone's staring at one another, but it doesn't happen. Like, people might, as an instructor, I can see that. Like, I can see sometimes people will glance at others, but no one's staring at them because they're so focused on trying to do the exercise.
And if they are looking at you, they're probably looking for some help. What the heck is next?
Exactly. Yeah. So we got Kirby in here. Kirby says, good morning from the Blacks.
Hello, Black family.
We are going to, I just had Corey on Exploring Mind and Body.
Awesome interview. If you haven't had a chance to check out Corey's interview yet, you're going to want to check that one out.
Corey talked about essential oils in the household for mom.
Yeah, but you know what? It was geared towards moms, but anybody can listen and learn from it, not just moms. So even if you're not a mom, you can listen in, and Corey offers all kinds of different tips and tricks to get started. So it's definitely worth a listen.
So I'm just throwing that in the comments below. So if you haven't seen that yet, where are you? Okay.
There it is.
If you haven't seen it yet, then you can click on that link in the comments. I'm going to drag it on the screen here. Morning, Jen. We got Jen popped in.
Hey, Jen.
On Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, facebook.com/trueformlife. It's a bit better quality. We have it going on there. We can also drag comments and questions on the screen. And if you guys, sometimes people are on the run or on the go, and they flip us on Instagram and take us with them. You can do that as well. We use Instagram.com/DrewTadia. So
just maybe don't drive
yeah.
and watch us.
We're not going to recommend that.
I'm going to recommend Instagram while driving.
So you can click on I just dropped out my interview with Corey about essential oils for moms in the home, but in the comments, so you can click on that to listen if you like.
Definitely watch it. And it was watch it, listen. Nah.
Oh my gosh, what is that?
It's the same but different. Watch, listen, tune in.
That wasn't even a word.
Sometimes I have noises instead of words.
Oh my gosh. We just did a video for The Amazing Race. The Amazing Race is like, I feel like it's, like the Secret Service or like the CIA. Like,
with all their rules?
Like rules and
A
regulations.
lot of rules.
I feel like even saying the name is like a no-no.
Don't say it.
Yeah.
Don't say we applied.
They have so many. Last year we applied and we had, like, our pages went crazy with people showing support and like offering advice, tips, and everyone wanted to ask these questions. You can't say anything.
Yeah.
Because they have all these rules and regulations. If you say anything, you immediately are like done with them.
You're done.
And there's even fines if you get to further.
Like lots of money fines.
If you get further in the stage, we actually made. I don't even know if we're supposed to say this, but we made it to the second, or we made it past the first round, I should say.
We made it to the second round. Yeah.
Last year. And we thought, and everyone's like, "Did you guys get on? Did you guys get on?" And we're like, "We can't say anything." So, just tell me. All right.
I don't have the money to pay them if they find out that I leaked.
So, yeah. So, anyways, we did a video, and Dorothy and I were bickering back and forth on one of our videos. But it took a while. It took like 20 takes just to get
a 3-minute video.
3 minutes.
It's crazy.
Because we're used to just sitting here and talking, but they wanted like a very specific format of.
It was very specific to do your audition tape. And it was just 3 minutes. And you know what? It's more difficult to talk in a short amount of time than it is in a long amount of time. Does that make sense?
I feel like that's a moot point.
A moot point. But, yeah, to talk just for 3 minutes was hard because you had to get to the point right away. Anyway, the end.
Heather says, I would watch that. Hope you get in. Thanks, Heather. We hope we get in, too.
We hope so, too.
We'll let you know how it goes after.
After we're allowed to say stuff.
So we can't say anything.
You can't say anything until it's... Well, audition-wise, you can't say anything until it's nationally broadcasted or whatever.
Until they announce.
Until
they announce who's made the cuts to get on.
Yeah. And then... say you do get on, you can't say anything about anything.
No.
About what's going on, not even to your family. But Drew and I were talking about it the other day, and we're like, well, what would you tell your boss? Peace out for 2 months, or like, sorry, I'm not gonna be able to make it for a month or two.
Because they film for a month, so you're gone from everywhere. It's like they snatch you out of your life.
Yeah.
And then you're traveling around, chasing the goal.
Yeah. Sorry, Mom. Not going to be able to talk to you for at least a month.
Yeah. It's a bit bizarre. I don't know. We don't know that. We haven't gotten that far, but it would be interesting to know how it all works, because that's interesting, I think. Mm-hmm. We got Shawnee in here. Good morning, Shawn. And we have Chantel as well. Good morning, Chantel and Shauna.
Good morning, Shauna and Chantel.
Oh my gosh. Dorothy has a little bit of rum in her tea this morning.
Do not.
It's her issue. She's not naturally this happy.
It's just my natural high.
She's not naturally oh my gosh. She's not naturally this happy. She's drunk all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Lies.
Do you guys, those of you that are coming in and out, Marcel, the Black family, Shauna, Chantel, do you guys have any New Year's resolutions or goals that you set for yourself? Shauna, check it out. That way. It's backwards.
Surf's up. Am I pointing the right way?
No. It's backwards on camera.
It's so difficult going backwards.
That way. Anyways, Shauna painted that, if you guys aren't sure.
Shauna painted Surf's Up. And although she didn't know it at the time, she painted it for us.
She knows now. What did Louise say? I guess if you go AWOL for a while, it'll be a small clue. I suppose. Right. What we were talking about, we put a lot of time and effort into our social media, into our following, and I don't think you can just disappear for 30 days. Like, I don't think you can disappear for 2 days. Personally, when I do business coaching and working with entrepreneurs, I tell them, like, you have to be consistent. So that's a major concern for us, to be able to make sure our posts are still going up and we're still answering questions and such. Bigger companies would hire someone to do that, but it's just Dorothy and I. For the most part.
We might have to hire somebody to go incognito for us for a month.
But it's something that it's something that we talk about. I don't know what the other business owners would do or have done.
Closing up shop.
Yeah, sorry,
guys.
You can't just stop business. Like, sorry, guys. We don't need any money coming in this month. Who's going to pay the bills?
Or just say to your landlord or the banker, if you have a mortgage or rent to pay, sorry, I'm not going to be paying rent this month.
How does that sit with you? Shauna says, I noticed looks amazing in your beach home.
Thank you,
It does.
Shauna.
And it matches the other surfboard.
It matches. And then we have...
Oh, I think you have to go this way. Oh my gosh.
Then we have our...
You're going to hurt yourself.
salt lamp. I was trying to bend backwards so you could see we have our little chair there with our salt lamp and our plant. It looks really nice.
You could probably just go that way a bit. No, the other way. Yeah, that way. Yeah, that way. Come on. So that was our background for the amazing race.
Yes, that's all still set up from filming our tape yesterday. Oh boy, that was challenging.
See how it goes. Oops. That was an accident. Okay. New Year's resolutions or goals. Hey, Sandy. Sandy says,
Hey, Sandy.
Be back later. Okay, Sandy. We'll catch you later. So, New Year's resolutions and goals. I kind of want to go back to starting, like, doing something healthier, for example. Like, I think it's better to transition into something healthier than just being like, bam. You know what the thing is? Many times when I sit down, this is more so when I took more individual clients on a regular basis, like personal training or coaching, for example, they would say, I'm an all or nothing person. That'd be the first thing that they say. And that happened about 80% of the time, 90%. They'd say, I'm an all or nothing person. And I would say, how far has that gotten you?
How's that working out for you?
And then, of course, they're like, that's gotten you here. And usually people come to us when they're looking for more lifestyle changes, because that's what we teach. They've tried the fad diets. They've tried the cleanses.
The potions, the powders, and the pills.
That too.
Mm-hmm.
So, and of course, they don't work. They just don't work. They're not sustainable lifestyle. So a lot of times people will take a shake, for example, and they'll lose 30 pounds in 6 days. And then they decide that those powders give them digestive issues, that they're too expensive to have, whatever it may be, and then they stop using them and they gain all the way back. And then people, this is like an issue of yo-yo dieting, and Dorothy, you've gone through
I know
yourself.
all about that. Did that for years. Did that for about 10 years, and it's exactly what Drew said, is that you yo-yo back and forth because, yeah, you take the pills or you take the powders and you do lose a bunch of weight, but it all comes back, and then you're back to the starting point again. So what Drew was trying to get at, I think,
what I was working at towards
was...
Well, that you're answering. You need to make it lifestyle. That's why I talked about slowly transitioning into... That's my tea.
Mine's gone,
I'm
though.
going to get your own. There's
gone.
tea in there.
Mine's gone.
Oh, my. Okay, so... If you slowly transition and you make it part of your lifestyle. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. If you make it part of your lifestyle, then you can keep it. You can keep your habits. You can make them sustainable and lasting.
And you know what? We're talking a lot about working out and exercise in the gym, but the same goes for nutrition as well. We see all the time on those reality shows. They march into your kitchen with a big black bag, like garbage bag, and they wipe out your pantry like, nope, can't have this, can't have that, and you're left with one little sad orange in your fridge. But we see it on reality TV all the time, and that is just not how we teach, because
that's all or nothing.
That's the all or nothing attitude. And how we would suggest going about improving your nutrition is just pick one thing, like one thing a week maybe, and look in your pantry and just transition from something you would consider as not healthy choice and change that into a healthier choice. For example, maybe you have white pasta in your cupboard, white noodles. Well, the next time you go to buy pasta, look for whole wheat pasta, for example, and just slowly transition into healthier choices instead of going through your pantry and being like, oh my gosh, like pulling your hair out. But those slow, progressive, sustainable changes are going to get you so much further than those quick, crazy, all or nothing changes.
Yeah, no question. I'll add to that in a second. I just want to say hi to Jasmine here. She may have left, popped in or out, and she was on Exploring Mind and Body as well.
Oh.
So Jasmine and I did a really nice interview. She's talking about defining your true values, So I'm going to pull that and put that in the comments as well. So in case you guys are interested in listening to that interview. If you guys aren't aware, I host a nationally syndicated radio show and podcast. It's called Exploring Mind and Body, and I'm fortunate enough to bring on experts from all over the world. So,
and you know what's great about the show is that you can take it with you. So if you have an Apple device, you can download it as a podcast, and it's so nice to be able to, for example, take it in the car with you and listen while you drive, or when you go running or work out, or even if you're at home and you're cleaning your house or doing dishes or something, doing laundry, phone laundry. It's so nice to have it accessible anytime you want.
Yeah, that's right. So that's why when I talked about Corey here earlier, I talked about Jasmine. So all the past episodes are on exploringmindandbody.com. And we have an app as well. And you can listen on air as well locally, 96.5 CKFM Sundays. If you want more details, we can definitely set you up. But it's a really nice way to learn more about natural health.
Yes.
Like I've been doing the show for 8 years. We're almost at 400 shows, which is crazy. 400 shows. Most people may not get to 100.
And if you want a really good laugh, maybe you should
laugh it up, cackles.
Maybe you should watch Drew, or listen to Drew's first show. But I think it's so cool to see how far that Drew has come in those years, from where he started to where he is now, because a lot of times people tell us or tell Drew, like, you're so good at it, you're so good at videos, you're so good at speaking and public speaking, but we did start somewhere, and it
usually at the bottom.
Wasn't very good in the beginning.
It was horrible. If I go back to listen to like the first 10 shows, first 20 shows, I'd be like, who would listen to this? Who let me on air? This is horrible. But it's funny. Like, and now we while transitioning into working with small business, I really like, it's a small passion of mine to work with businesses and help them grow, especially starting out, because I never had that help when I was starting out. So I really like to help them, and they have all kinds of compliments, like, oh, you're so good at this or that. But when we were starting out, we were horrible with videos and radio and everything we've done. I don't think I've naturally been good at anything. I think it's always been work. Like, it's always been a struggle. It's always been a work to get good. But it's easy to see that.
But that translates into what we're talking about today in setting and achieving goals, is that you have to start somewhere. And although you might not be very good at it at first, if you continue to consistently do it over time and do it on a consistent basis, you're going to get better at it. Whether that's meal planning, whether that's workouts, whatever stretching routine or a meditation or breathing exercises, whatever that is for your health, then you're going to get better at it as you go, as long as you are consistent and continually work at it.
Yeah, no question. We have a couple comments here that we didn't pull over.
Yeah, I want to see what Shauna said.
Where's
Is that the one you're pulling over? Or do we have some before Shauna?
New Year?
Oh, yeah, we do.
This one's Shauna, right? Just pulling over comments, guys.
Shauna says, New Year, in studio, couple full days a week, and decluttering through all the closets and drawers. As for health, continue what I'm doing, being consistent.
Yeah, you're doing awesome with your workouts, Shauna. And yeah, I think it's good to push yourself and always find new things to work on. And I think it doesn't always have to be just health and wellness. I feel like most of the New Year's resolutions are are around health and wellness, because that's what we're least happy with throughout the year, which is kind of crazy, because our health is, at some point we'll realize health is all we have. Like, we could have as much money as we want, we could have all the material things, we could even have positive relationships in our lives, but if we don't have our health, I don't think we have anything. Because without our health, everything is upside down, everything is unpleasant. So I think that's why most of our New Year's resolutions or most of our goals are around health, because that's what we're least happy with, and it should be what we're most happy with, I think.
Our health. Yeah. Good point.
Is that a pat on the back? What else do we have here? What's Sandy say?
Sandy says rebound, weight gain plus more. That's so true as well. We were talking earlier about the yo-yo diets and how they're successful for a short time. Yeah, you can lose 5 pounds in a week or 10 pounds in a week, but then it comes back, and what Sandy's saying is even more gets put on when you bounce back to your old ways.
We have Melissa the Motivator on Instagram. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, Melissa.
We are just talking about why New Year's resolutions don't work, and we're trying to help understand and explain how you can properly set goals and achieve what you're looking for.
That's right.
We have about 150 hearts. We're looking for about
1,000?
1,099 more.
1,099 more.
If you guys are enjoying the show, keep those hearts rocking. So we're just reading those on Instagram. We're just reading comments on Facebook. So we're on facebook.com/trueformlife, and that's a bit easier to read comments because Instagram is that small. What is this, Chantel?
Chantel.
What do you got, Chantel?
I don't usually make New Year's resolutions, but I guess I would like to be more consistent. Even the 12 days of Christmas, I didn't do it every day.
Yeah, consistency is so important. I know, Chantel, you saw amazing results, and that was so cool for us to see. I'd be interested to know how that has transformed for you, being consistent with workouts and meals. Now that you're in our monthly membership, if there's something that we can help you with, or if you've been consistent, because we'd love to help you keep seeing results, and we know that what we've seen from you was pretty incredible.
Yes, it was fantastic.
So is it consistent with workouts? I think is something that many people are working towards or trying to be consistent with. So I'm not sure. Oh, I guess, so what was her goal? Just to be more consistent?
Mm-hmm.
I would be more, yeah, so I think we could set a goal in our monthly membership, or maybe we could all talk about a goal specific for us that's important to us.
Mm-hmm. That's a great idea. And then, like, working together, that brings us to another good point, is that working together with somebody or having a group of people there to motivate, to support, also helps lead to more success in achieving your goals as well. If you have the right environment and people on your side encouraging you and lifting you up and even possibly working towards the same goal.
That's right. It's a group of like-minded people.
Right.
That's why we started the group to begin with. I should put a link in there for some of you that might not know what we're talking about. We host a monthly. You want to tell them about our membership group?
Well, we started our monthly membership group about 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago?
And this is year 3, isn't it?
This is year 3. Okay, this is year 3. And like Drew said, we created it to bring like-minded people together so that we could offer support, we could encourage, and just work together towards living a healthy lifestyle. There we go. Because it's tough on your own. And we know that we don't all have those positive relationships or those positive environments in our life. So Drew and I thought, well, let's create a positive environment. But within what we do within the monthly membership is that the support system, creating a healthy environment and a positive place for us to talk and work through things together. So that's a big part of the monthly membership, is the private group. We're so fortunate to have such wonderful members in our group. But the other parts of our membership is workouts. So every week we put out a workout schedule, and every day you get a different activity to do. Our workouts are all body weight exercises that you can do at home. We wanted to make it accessible for everybody, and we understand that not everybody has access to a gym or could afford to pay for 2 different programs. So we have the workouts that are posted every day. You can do them at home. We also know people who do take them to the gym and do them as well. Mm-hmm. So it's up to you. Have that. And then the meal plan is a big portion of the membership as well. So every week you get a meal plan. It's very detailed. We put together booklets with notes, with recipes, with grocery lists, and week at a glance. And then we have 3 days to prepare. So a meal plan goes out on a Friday. You have the Friday to look it over, then the Saturday to get groceries, and the Sunday to prep, because there's usually a few things to prep. Then it sets you up for the week for the meal plan.
That's right. So we dropped the link here in the comments. If you have any questions around our membership or looking for some help in the new year, we can definitely get you going in the right direction. We have Janice in here. Janice, tell us how many days in a row you've been working out for.
Ooh.
It's an insane number. And I'd also like to know, since a lot of people are trying to work out more often or be more consistent, but since you're already so consistent, do you have your own goal or New Year's resolution that you're going to set for yourself? I would love to hear that, Janice. What else do we have? Shannon. Good morning, Shannon.
Morning, Shannon.
Shannon says hi. And then we have Shauna.
Well, you missed her first part. She says the monthly membership is fantastic and easy to take and do anywhere. Amazing tools for consistency. Yeah, Shauna actually takes her workouts to her trailer in the summer with her, and she works out while camping, which is fantastic, because a lot of times we always talk about how the holidays are so difficult, but I think the summer, we'd have to argue that the summertime is one of the most difficult times, because it's one of the longest times that we're normally away from routine. So the holidays, we're away from routine usually a week or two, maybe a month, but during the summertime it can be a couple of months that we're out of routine, and it takes that much longer to get back into it. So if you can be consistent throughout the summer, then you know you're doing something fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. Summer's so challenging. We just got through the holidays, but the thing is, like we always talk about, there's no great time, there's no better time to start, because we just went through the holidays, the Christmas holidays. Before that was Thanksgiving, so Thanksgiving, Christmas. Now we have New Year's coming up, so people are still waiting. Like, oh, I'll do it after Thanksgiving. I'll do it after Christmas. I'll do it after New Year's. If you're always waiting for something to start, whatever your goal or whatever you're aspiring to do or be, it's not going to happen. So it's so important to start now. Like, start today. Doesn't matter that New Year's is coming up, or doesn't matter that there's a birthday coming up. Just do something today to change your lifestyle and work towards whatever you want in your life.
And just, it doesn't have to be anything huge or anything big. You could just do one small thing today to start, just to start now.
Yeah.
Don't have to go run a 5K. Even if if running goal is in your future, for example, I'm just using it as an example, but if that is in your future, you don't have to start off with, a kilometer or 2 kilometers or whatever it may be. Just start with 3-5 minutes. Just start with something right now, right today.
Yeah, something to get moving, something to get motivated. Mm-hmm. I think the groups really make a big difference. Like, that's why we started our membership group. But you could have a fitness class, you could have another support group, you could have friends or family that you might talk to. The thing is, a lot of times we don't have that support group. Mm-hmm. We don't have people that encourage us. We have people that drag us down. And unfortunately, it's a fact. We have people that surround us that don't want us to succeed. So they kind of, you go and you say you want to do something, like, oh, don't be silly.
Yeah.
Or they kind of laugh it off, like, oh, that's crazy. What's the matter with you? And that's one of the reasons why we love the beach so much, is because the environment is so different. Like, there's always someone. We can see someone riding a bike right now. I can see someone jogging down the road. And
right now. That's all day.
Literally, and there's always someone active. There's always someone doing something. And I feel like many times, if we do something like working out outside in Olds, for example, I feel like people are like, what's wrong with those people? And usually we're the only ones that we could see doing it. So anyways, the environment means so much. And for us to be able to run or bike next to someone, or I'll go surfing, I'm learning to surf. So there's 20 other surfers out there that you could learn from or be inspired by. So it's much different, your environment. So that's why we feel that group makes such a big difference.
The surfers are funny. They're like little ants out there. In their wetsuits, they're just like little bobbing ants in the ocean.
I wonder if sharks think that they're that bobbing ants.
Wrong!
Jump! Okay, what did Janice say? I told you it's a crazy number.
Today is day 831 of my workout streak. That is crazy. Good
That's
for
crazy.
you. I
Right.
work out at home, and my resolution is to keep striving to be healthier and keep up my streak.
That is
That's amazing.
Thanks for sharing, Janice. And yeah, I'm not sure what I was going to say, but that's amazing. Thanks so much for sharing. 831 days straight. Crazy. Anything else about setting New Year's resolutions? We talked a lot about being active. I think we did also mention that it doesn't have to be around health and wellness. It could be other things in your life. It could be business, for example. It could be relationships. It could be improving your family.
Financial goals, right?
Financial goals is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
I think finance. I feel like finances and like your health finances, or how can you say? I'm not sure what I'm getting at.
Healthy finances?
Like having healthy finances and having a healthy life or healthy body working. I feel like they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Not sure why, but I feel like we always put off our finances. I'll save money later, or I'll not spend money on those things at another time. Like there's so many things that we could do to save money, but we're so obsessed with having more. Like we need to have more. I don't know. We need to have more shoes or clothes. We need to have more electronics, whatever it is, but we're so obsessed with having more, keeping up with other people in our communities or close circles, and more jewelry, whatever it is. But
electronics is a big one, right?
yeah.
Like a new phone, a new iPad, a new computer, a new gaming system. If I don't know how those work, but but I know they're popular, right?
Yeah. I think if we could push that to the side and realize what really makes us happy, we understand that those like collecting things don't really make us that happy.
Right.
If they do, it's for a moment. It's for a short moment, and then that moves on in our life, and then we're like, what else, or what else can we get that's going to make us happy? And that goes back to like those financial goals of like having credit card debt, for example. Like paying off your credit card debt will be the first thing, and then starting to save money, for example. But like for us, like we travel quite a bit, but we're pretty like Dorothy's really good at finding deals, or we find other like
couponer.
she's really good at finding deals, for example, or the things like the surfboard, like surfing over there. I got that for like $30, and it took me a couple weeks to find it because most of the used boards were like $120, and I was like, I'm just learning. I don't need $100 board. But it's just these little things. You could call it cheap, or you could call it. Some people might call it thrifty, or whatever you call it. But if you look around and you realize that you don't need the best board out there, if you don't need a brand new. Our phone is like 5 years old. We don't need these. Those things don't make us happy. Like the experiences, the things that make being healthy, spending time together. Those things are important, not the most expensive things you could find. And that really makes a difference. And I think if we focused on the things that actually made us happy, then most of us wouldn't be in so much credit card debt trying to get up
Dog paddle
over the wall.
You know what's funny too is that there's so much stuff in our world, and you know what I mean. There's thrift stores like bursting at the seams with things to basically give away, and you know there's neighbors with things they don't use, and there's so much stuff that we don't have to buy brand new all the time, but it's ingrained in us somewhere. It comes from somewhere that we need to always buy new. But there's so many things that we can get at a thrift store, or that we can get from a friend, or like our recent extension cord. When we needed an extension cord, but instead of running out to the store and buying one, we just asked some friends if they have an extra one lying around, right? So if you just kind of think differently and know that we don't always have to have brand new, then there's a lot of ways to trim up that way.
Yeah, that's something that that Dorothy and I enjoy doing. We enjoy going to the thrift store and finding things. They're like little hidden treasures, and that's fun for us. So I don't know, maybe that's not fun for everyone, but I guess just going back to finding brand new. Like for us, we're environmentally friendly. We're conscious of how we treat the planet. And I think that sometimes we go to the thrift store and they can't take any more things. Mm-hmm. They have a sign up that says...
sign that says...
like, we can't accept any more items. So it's not that we need two things. We need people to stop buying brand new, and we need people to start buying used, I suppose, right?
Yeah, I guess that kind of goes hand in hand, right?
Yeah, there's a different one I wanted to mention. But I suppose, I think it just comes to overconsumption. Like we always want more, we always need more. There's perfectly good things at things that are used that we could be using instead of filling our landfills and oceans up with trash and keep buying things and throwing them away. It's a throwaway society. It's called. So I think that would make a difference in our lives. We got Jordan on here on Instagram. Hey, Jordan.
Hey, Jordan.
Jordan says, "Happy sunny holiday, friends. My entire drawer of clothes is from the thrift store."
That's right.
Yes. That's awesome. You know what's funny? We went back to Alberta, cold, snowy, and I had this jacket. I had this big down-filled jacket.
Yeah.
And everyone would comment on it. "Oh, that's a nice jacket." And I don't know why everyone would comment on it. It's a nice jacket.
It's a nice jacket.
And everyone would be like, "Oh, that's a really cool jacket." And the first thing I said is, "Oh, I got it for $2 at the thrift store." And people look at me like I'm a bit crazy. Because I could be like, "Oh, I spent $500 on this baby." First of all, that'd be a lie. And second of all, I want to promote thrift store shopping. So I'm like, yeah, go to the thrift store. You can get a cool jacket like this too.
And it's funny because we actually got it in the summertime, and I think that's probably why it was cheaper, $2. But anyway, this is crazy, but we look for thrift store deals. For example, they have $2 day at the thrift store. And that's when we got the bulk of our clothes, because when we moved here to the beach, we didn't bring a lot of clothes with us, and we waited for $2 day at the thrift store and basically got all we needed.
We didn't get a ton of stuff, but we both got a handful of clothes
Essentials
that we felt we needed. It's kind of fun to have like new clothes.
You know, it was funny when we walked into the thrift store on $2 day. Of course, it's like
Welcome
crazy
to
in
the
there.
very first.
But they handed us a garbage bag. Here, just fill up this garbage bag with $2 clothes. We're like, we don't need a garbage bag of clothes. Thank you, though. We're just gonna get a couple of things.
Oh, people were filling up garbage bags full of clothes. It was crazy.
It was crazy.
They were just throwing stuff on the rack. But it sounds funny, but I still think that's overconsumption.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they have a family of 12 kids. I don't know. But I think that people are just like grabbing clothes and tossing them because they're only $2. And just because it's a deal doesn't mean you should buy more of it. What is that thing that we always talk about?
I don't know where you're going.
Well, if it's like, if you get a Diet Coke, for example, like, oh, Diet Coke, there's less calories, then you're like, oh, I can have 6 of these.
Oh, yeah. I know, yeah.
So it's the same thing if you're like, oh, two for one, or if you're spending the same amount just because it's a deal.
Is it really a deal?
You're not saving any money. Do you know which day in the life we talked about that we were at the thrift store?
Ooh, no, I don't remember. What was that? Was it the plastic one?
Oh, it might have been the plastic one.
Reducing plastic?
That's probably it. That'd be a good guess. Jordan, tell us how van life is going. Drop your link in the comments if you can. And let us know about New Year's resolutions. We know Jordan. I had a live interview with Jordan on Facebook, and he's built a van. He quit his job, took the leap, and now he's living a van life. It's a thing, a real thing. So super cool. Jordan, let us know how things are going. I want to drag the. Why is that link so crazy? Jordan says van life is going really well.
That's awesome.
I want to pull this YouTube link over, but it's so ugly.
Well, just deal with it.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I'm going to pull this. I'm going to drop this link here. Dorothy and I, if you're not aware, Dorothy and I. Okay. Thanks, Joshua. We're going to post this not very nice looking link in the comments on our page here. So if you click on that, that will take you to our day in the life. Dorothy and I do, I would say weekly, but we're going to work towards weekly. That'll be a New Year's resolution for us.
Yes.
Sometimes we took a little break there because things were crazy and it was a bit challenging to keep up with them, with these videos, but we try to put one up every week. So if you go to youtube.com/trueformlife, then you can find Dorothy and I we just released a brand new one, and that was us traveling from Alberta to LA, so it's a little bit of a road trip.
Our little adventures.
That's right. So I dropped that in the link there, so you can watch that. And if you get a chance to subscribe to our channel, maybe leave some comments, that really helps our page, our channel, so we always appreciate those.
Mm-hmm.
Keep those hearts coming right before we wrap things up here, team. Jordan says, follow along on my Instagram stories. Okay. Jordan's in Florida for the winter.
Nice.
And he says, New Year's resolutions for me is to take entrepreneurship a little bit more seriously and business-minded. Very cool. Well, all the best, Jordan. Stay in touch. We love to follow along to see where you're going, what you're doing. I think you would need to be somewhere warm in van life. Would that be correct?
Right?
Otherwise, it'd be very cold.
Chilly.
What did Chantal say? You want to read that one?
Chantal says, what if they are reselling clothes online for profit? It's so easy to do now.
What if they're... Is that a question? Is that a question, Chantal? Let us know. I think... Oh, you mean you sell your own clothes online? Yeah, you could do that. I don't see a problem with that.
Yeah, we take things in for consignment.
Dorothy does. I tried it one time and no one wanted my clothes. To be fair, I keep my clothes for a very long time. For me, it's like an investment. I keep clothes for like 10 years. Dorothy's like, that is from high school. You need to get rid of that.
That's longer than 10 years. 20.
Yeah, I keep clothes for a long time. I just don't... Sorry, I got to... Just give me a second here, Facebook. Jordan, we got to run. Yeah, we're going to get cut off in about 10 seconds on Instagram. So we're on Facebook. I'm not sure if you watched that. Hi, Ted. Thanks for tuning in. We're just closing. So we're going to get cut off here. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Thanks, Instagram.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Get cut off. You're only allowed an hour on Instagram stories, so that's why they always get cut off a bit earlier. The $2. Oh, I don't know. What if they're selling the clothes? So you say that they're buying clothes at the thrift store and then selling them online? Buying clothes at the thrift store for $2?
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Oh.
It's easy to do now. So you'd buy the things that's what she's saying. Buying the things at the thrift store for like $2 and then going online and reselling it for 10, for example, or whatever. I did see when we were there the other day, I saw a Lululemon shirt and I was so mad it didn't fit me.
Could have sold it for $20.
I could have taken it and sold it online.
That's pretty tough. I don't know that business. Like, I'm not sure. Like, that's not part of our business or part of our business plan to resell. I don't know if there's anything wrong with it. Like, if you're trying to make some money or if you're working a business online, do you think there's anything wrong with it?
I don't know. I never really thought too much about it before.
Yeah, you're buying. They're selling it for $2. I don't know if you want to sell it for 10 and it's worth 50.
Well, I think a lot of people do that. Well, not a lot of people, but there's a group or there's a population of people. I don't know the right word.
Say it, don't spread it.
I think there's people who do that with yard selling because we see people all the time, like in the summer around here, or even home, like yard selling, right, and getting crazy deals at yard sales. And we think, what are they going to do with all that stuff? Well, they're going to turn around and sell it, right? They'll fix up the little table and paint it, and I see that a lot too now on all these different Facebook groups, right? It's because one of the things that's trendy is the vintage furniture and things like that. And you would just buy a table at a yard sale or thrift store, take it home, paint it up, and then resell it. And you can resell it for a good price.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Refurbished, right? What do you call that?
I went to this conference one time and someone was kind of teaching how to do it. That was on eBay though. That was a few years ago. I don't even know if people I never got into eBay. Or we've ordered a couple things on Amazon. We don't buy a lot of things. We don't order things regularly. We don't go to the store and buy a lot of things unless it's food. So, and then we try to support local when we are buying things. But I don't think there's a problem with that if you're improving something and then you're selling it. I don't have a problem with that. People are trying to make money. Pay your bills. All right, guys, we should wrap things up here.
Yes.
Do we have anything we want to let them know? Like Cooking with Dorothy coming up soon?
It'll be coming up soon, but we haven't come up with a date yet to start. But what we're looking to do for the new year for Cooking with Dorothy is to do a detox series, which would be super cool. So we're looking to do a series all about how to detox your body. So smoothies, soups, salads kind of thing.
Oh, detoxing.
What
Sorry.
did you think I was talking about?
No, I just meant nothing. I was in the zone here. I just meant that detoxing is something we should tell them about. Our detox plan idea. Sorry, carry on with Cooking with Dorothy.
I was done Cooking with Dorothy.
Oh, okay.
Where did you go?
My turn. Then I just wanted to mention we're going to have a group detox coming up soon. So we'll keep you up to date, but detox month is coming up soon, and a lot of people are going to be working on trying to detox from the holidays, and that's kind of a big month for us because of Detoxify Yourself. We don't have a book closed, do we?
I can go grab one.
Only if you want to show off those snazzy PJs you got.
I'm wearing my PJs, team.
So, Detoxify Yourself is... Detoxify Yourself is a book that I wrote, and it's... Here it is. So this is Detoxify Yourself, and this is something that we really believe in, living a detox-free lifestyle as opposed to a quick fast or quick cleanses. This it's a 30-day meal plan, has recipes, grocery shopping list, talks about what we put on our body, not just what we put in our body, toxins in the bathroom, toxins in the kitchen. So there's a lot of different... stand up there. There's a lot of different toxins that we talk about, not just around food, for example. Have some exciting news that we'll share with you very soon as we book a date. So we'll tell you about that soon. Mm-hmm. That's big news for us. It'll be big news for our business as well. So we're going to be doing detoxing for the month. So we're going to have a free detox group all around Detoxify Yourself with the purchase of a book, or if you've purchased a book in the past. So we really just want to show you how to use it, how to live a detox-free lifestyle, how to take small and sustainable steps to improve your health. We have a couple comments on here. Jenna says a detox series sounds great. I think that was with Cooking with Dorothy.
Yes.
So there you go.
Thank you, Janice.
Yeah, that's
feedback.
A great idea. So we're going to get that rocking soon. Shauna says, sounds good, Dorothy. Are you excited, Shauna?
Get that started.
Yeah, we've been missing Cooking with Dorothy. It's been, we put a lot of time and effort into it, so it takes a lot out of you to put those series together. But they're so much fun.
They are a lot of fun,
and our audience is so great, and Dorothy gets all this wonderful feedback, which makes us feel wonderful. So we've been missing the Cooking with Dorothy series. So we're looking forward to getting back at it.
I actually had a couple of people write in and ask us when we're starting them again, which was super nice.
Yeah, it's probably the greatest compliment to come back. Like anytime you have a product, and not so much when it's ordered or purchased once, but when it's continually used, that's probably the greatest compliment. Mm-hmm. Janice says, such a great book. Thank you so much, Janice. I always appreciate your support. And then we have Jessica. Good morning, Jessica. Hope you guys' Christmas. Yeah, thank you, Jessica. We hope your Christmas was great, too. We haven't seen you here for a while. I heard you may have moved. Is that correct? That's always a busy time. So we hope you got a chance to get everything settled and enjoyed your holiday season. So we'll put up more details about our Detoxify Yourself group coming up here soon in the new year. And we'll also, again, that's going to be a free group, and it's going to be like really what we talked about. What are you doing?
It smells.
I just ordered. We actually just put it in on. I thought you were trying to smell it was a new book.
I think it is.
They're
all new, but this one smells like laundry.
Oh, it does. It was in a box with laundry stuff. We actually just ordered 100 new books, so I'm hoping to get rid of them because them sitting on the shelf for months or years doesn't work out. Didn't I order like 1,000 books or something one time?
Don't remember.
I think I ordered 1,000 books. just because the more you order, the less they cost
Each book,
individually.
yeah.
So I was like, I want to make any money on these, and I didn't have any money this was years ago when I released the book. So I had all these books on the shelf, and I just kind of
How am I going to sell this?
just kind of stared at it like, how are these going to get off the shelf? Anyway, so we just put in over 100 of them. So we're hoping that this January is going to be a detox month, and a lot of people are going to be using it. It's great for a gift as well if you know people that are trying to move forward and live a healthier lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
I think that's it, guys. Thank you, as always. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us. We really, really enjoy our Friday morning live shows because it gives us an opportunity to hang out with you guys and answer your questions and get to know you better.
I dragged on this link here. It doesn't look all that pretty, but that's a link to our True Form page. Link to our YouTube channel. So if you get a chance, check out Day in the Life. Dorothy and I will be putting another one together today. We're wrapping that up, and we'll release it tomorrow morning. So we are pretty excited about that. If you could subscribe to our channel, we'd really appreciate it. Anytime you watch a show or give a thumbs up, that always helps support us. So we very much appreciate it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are out of here. Have a wonderful Friday. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you later online.
We'll catch you later. Thanks for tuning in.
See, okay. You guys can go.
You guys can go. What did you
I want
forget?
a screenshot.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you ready? Okay, wait. Oh, wait. Okay, you ready? That one's always a bit creepy. Okay, last
This
one.
one?
Well, I was gonna do that one.
I don't think anyone left. I think they're still watching.
I said you guys could go. Okay, seriously, we're out of here. What are you doing?
Oh, I thought we were doing
You want another one? Okay, one more. Is it a good one?
Mm-hmm.
A nice one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you look up there.
I am.
I think you're looking down there.
Well, I see myself on the screen, but then I put my eyes up, didn't I? Didn't I?
Oh my gosh. See you guys.
Bye, guys.